Good morning once again. I want to thank God for bringing us today. It has been a long journey from first term. But for some of you, it started way back in August when we came to open the new school. We had a meeting with you in your hall, in the assembly hall, that we invited you for us to make a choice for the uniform. It was some students who took that decision. It was an election on that day. So many different samples were brought, and we chose the one we are wearing now. It is not decided by Mr. Maron. I even, to make it, a little bit, enticing, I even brought the uniform of the upper basic school, but, they voted it out. It was not even part of those that went into the polls. He said, no, with that one. We are going to graduate into the senior school, not the upper basic now. So, since August, it has not been easy. Like a new settlement, you have a lot of challenges, a host of challenges. But thank God, I have a staff who are very supportive, who are very cooperative, to help us come this far. And my expectation is that before I finally leave you, we are going to work harmoniously to make sure that we lay a very strong foundation for this school. This is why we are going for things that even schools that have been existing for 10 years, 20 years, they are not doing. But we at ABUKO, we are starting with all the challenges. We are going to surmount them, and we shall sail and cross to the safe side by the grace of the Almighty. So I want to thank you all, you the students also, for really giving your support. Of course, when you gather 2 or 3 people together, you expect their attitudes, their behaviors, to be different. But this is why we have policies. This is why we do that, so that we all feel safe. The principals should feel safe, the teachers should feel safe, the students should feel safe. And this is the type of ideal environment that we want to create for teaching and learning to be very successful, to be very effective. And this is why today also is possible. So, most of the ideas that are there, they are not new ideas to me. Simply because of the fact that I've been in this business for quite a while now. So some of the ideas, when I have them, I will send them to the staff forum for them to critique it. Sometimes I discuss it with SMT, and whatever ideas are given, they are the ones who fine-tune it to make sure that it is implementable. And this is why, some of the assessment policies have been arrived, because that is the general consensus. And we are also working within a system, which is, a national system, and the assessment policy of that system is what we want to copy to make sure that we introduce it to you while you are very young, you are new in the school, so that you grow in the school, with those policies, so that you will be able to fit in the national system. Because at the end of the day, when the final assessments are done at the end of grade 12, you are expected to grow to another level, that is to go to tertiary institutions. University of the Gambia is the target for most of you. When I left school, there was no University of the Gambia here. In fact, the opening ceremony of GTTI found me in I don't know whether Form 4 or Form 3 or Form 4, some years ago. So tertiary institutions were very rare, but you people have opportunity. You have a lot of them, both government and private. So it depends on where you want to be. Even in the school system, you have public and private. So you choose where you want to be in consultation with your parents. So we are very much thankful to God that we have started testing our instruments. We have started testing our policies, and they seem to be working. So I want to thank not only the teachers, but even you, the students, and your parents are very cooperative. They know that this session is already happening, because any information that we share here, they have it. So this is why you people should be very truthful to your parents, because if you give them information that is not correct, they will find out from us in the forum. And when we make the clarification, they will know that what the student said is not correct. So this is why if you are not sure of anything, find out from the teachers, find out from the principal's office, so that we are here for you people, so that we are all on the same page as far as basic information, is concerned. Having said that, I want to go into the programs that we have for today. It is out of policy that we conduct an election of your student leaders. It is a policy prescription that we have to do an election in a very democratic way. Some of you have never voted before. Some of you might have voted if you are 18. But at school level, there can be democracy also. And this is why we are introducing you to democracy, government of the people, for the people, by the people, and that they should speak their voice if things are not going right. This is why these councillors are going to be elected. They are going to be your leaders. Any issue that you have in the school, whether it is a query, it's a complaint, it's a concern, whatever, you are going to, talk to your head girl and head boy. We are going to guide them. We are going to give them support. We are going to empower them to make sure that they operate within the policy and make sure that the place is safe for all of us, so that there can be effective teaching and learning in the school here. This is why when the application was open, it is open to all of you. Some have decided to throw their hat into the ring, but some of you are afraid. And you, the one who is afraid, may even be a better leader. So this is an opportunity for all of you. Those who want it, they are going all out to convince you through their manifesto that they can do this job. Don't vote for anybody because you are in the same class, or you are in the field, or you are from the same upper basic school, or you are from the same community of ABUKO. Even me from the provinces in the village, if I am here, I have every right like any other person in the school here. So that must not be a disadvantage for me. You should not vote me out because I come from the village. No. I want this.
Yeah, your other backgrounds are not important there. What is going to be important is the identity that is ABUKO Senior Secondary School with our badge and everything. So, having said that, I will wait until the final results are out. We are going to start the session with an award ceremony. That ceremony is intended to ginger you up, to make sure that you say, why not me? You stand here, you clap for others, you clap for others, you clap for others until you can no longer clap. Say one day they will also clap for me. And you work towards it, you can get God. We are all answering to the same God. We are all under the same principal. We are all in the same school. It's the same teachers who are teaching all of us. So if X can get 10 credits, you have only one pass or no pass. Don't blame the principal there. That is the truth. Go home and say, yes, today we have given prizes to 25 students who were on the marks for a race. On your marks, get ready, a test or examination. You go. So the results were marked using standard marking schemes. Of course, teachers are human beings. We are bound to make mistakes. But that's why some days we are given to you for you to go and make your complaints and your concerns and your observations, and that the teachers will do the corrections, and that we now they hand over everything. The teachers who are trained to be able to use the portal, they all enter the marks in the portal, and that we close the portal because they cannot have access, continuous access. It is open for a period. Once that work is done, the portal is closed until the need arises for it to be open again. That was why when some issues were raised, we opened the forum, sorry, the portal until on the 10th, and then it was closed. So we did the final summary, And this summary is what Mr. Ba is on the way coming, to give an analysis. But what we have done is to prepare your individual results, and a good number of you are still not interested in knowing your results because you have not paid your portal fee to know your results. What a shame on you. Go home and tell your parents to give you 150. A good percentage of the students have taken their results. So tell your dad, please pay my fee for me. If it is your mom who is responsible, go to your mom, say, Mom, please, pay my fee. And let me tell you a secret. If your father has 2 or 3 or 4 wives, go to the middle one. If he has two, go to the second one. Hmm? You know what I'm talking about. You live in your homes. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So please go and kneel down before your dad and say, Dad, everybody got their results except me. Say everybody has collected their results except me. Please, Dad, Mom, pay my portal fee so that I can also get my results. If it is given to you, you must go and retard the results. That is going to be a problem for some people. I know somebody who just went to their parents and told them what happened and the computer is crashed, this and that and that. No, everything is working perfectly. Because some parents called me and he said, my child got the money and he collected the results, but he refused to show me the results. Some parents will call me every day. Some of you can attest to that. When we put something in the forum, we normally put our telephone numbers there. And when we speak also, they can always ask, this thing, very well. So the parents are in constant touch with us. So collect your results, go and show it to your parents, and you make sure that they will advise you. Even somebody who is not educated can advise you. Most of them, some of them here, their parents were not educated. My father never went to school. He's a big farmer. But he will advise me, Lavin, take your story seriously. My father is no more. All my money, let me give you a story. When I started working, after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, my stepfather said, Lamin, how much is your salary? So that they can claim a certain amount from my salary, certain percentage from my salary. Look at these, people in how they think. I say, Uncle, my dad, my salary is my salary. It's my maximum. So if you need anything in the family, rice, whatever, tell me, Lamin, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. But they tell me how much I receive. No, it's not nobody's business. It's not anybody's business. Your money that you are going to get, ask the teachers. They went through, so many students pass through their hands, but they don't take their salary and give it to them. It's meant for you. So please take your study seriously. Make sure that you get all the textbooks you need. We are working with government to be able to get all the core basic textbooks for the core subject and your field subjects. But that should not deny you from asking your parents to give you supplementary textbooks. So the prices, I understand Mr. Ba is around. The prices are going to be given to people who scored GPA 4.0 to 5.0. Summa cum laude. Summa cum laude. That's excellent. These are words that you will know when you go to the university. If you are done very well, you are outstanding. You score summa cum laude. Go and look at it in the website. You will see it. And those who are following that one are magna cum laude. Magna cum laude. And the third category are cum laude. Summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. This is not full laude. It may sound like that, but it is not. So I'm happy that Mr. Ba, I'm trying to kill time to wait for him to come. I didn't tell you, that's why I didn't want to bore you with, unnecessary things. But I'm waiting for Mr. Ba to come so that he does the analysis. After the analysis, then we will call individual classes. The class teacher will be called to give your class result. I don't know whether they have done that printing. Can you listen to me, please, Mr. Ba and his team? The class results that should be present inside the classroom should be handed over to the class teacher, in the assembly here, so that the class teacher will go. They are already present. They are with the class teacher. They already have the result. Okay, okay. I traveled to the provinces yesterday, so some of the activities happened in my absence. So that one is already done. Then when Mr. Ba finishes his analysis, we will give him 10, 15 minutes, not more than that, because we have a lot to do today. After that one, we will give out the prices of those people who deserve to get prizes. And then after that, we will go into election process. And then they will tell us how the election is going to be conducted. I am very much impressed with the standard I have seen with the candidates, their name and their photographs and so forth. Very good. One family. So without wasting much of your time, preparing you. We are preparing you for that exam. At the same time, also, we want to train you so that there is applicability with the knowledge and skills that you learn in the school here. So, on that note, Mr. Vice President will give you 10 minutes to quickly analyze the results and some of the challenges he faced during the preparation of the marks in the product system until we get the final result. We did a lot of work, myself, Mr. Ba, with the other teachers, but the three of us, myself, Mr. Ba, and the service provider, anything that we want, we do it this way, and then Mr. Ba will send it to me. I look at it with my eyes that can screen very well. I said, we need to adjust this and that and that. Sometimes he will spend almost the whole night and come back in the following day and say, no, 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 we need to do this and that and that. Thank you very much for the good job. But but with all that, he was present and that he's doing it to the best of their ability. And this is why we have this quality, material that you can present anywhere. So on that note, I want to hand over the mic to Mr. Ba. For 10 minutes, it is all yours to analyze the results for us to understand, and then we give out the prizes. Put your hands together for Mr. Ba, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Guys, can you come further? School that are already established. They cannot give a prize first term or second term and third term. They do it once in a year. And also they do exam once in the academic year. But for us here, we are just starting. We have our first term exam, and we are going to have our second term exam, and we are going to have our third term exam. Can you give a round of applause to the principal there? That's a great achievement. The first batch in the school, he took us to digital. Some school, they operate for decades, they can't go to digital system. They are still using the old system. Can you clap for him again for that? Okay, on that note,
Chairman has come.
Alaji Mamman Jari just coming. Okay, on that note, the number of students who took the exam this year, that is the first time there are 609 students took the exams. And these 609 students, I can say 43% passed the exam. And 57% don't cross a border. But still now there's a room for an adjustment. Can I give you this chair, please? Is it okay? All right, thank you. That David is fixed. I want him to use this chair. Yes. You can use it. Don't worry. So you can use it.
Let him sit down.
Okay, sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah. All right.
That's right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And some people in us, class 1, have 10 credits, but that 10 credits does not mean they are going to have a prize here because their credits, they were weak credits. To me, is C4, C5. There are not a lot of A's. I want to call of them, but I'll just give an example of them. People like this our dairy, they get 10 credits, but they cannot have a prize here. If you want to get a prize here in the school, you must work for A or B. And if you have only two F or one F, it's a big problem to cross the border. And our crossing border is CGPA 4 to get a prize here. If you don't get 4, you are not qualified to get a prize. But those people who have 3.90, 3.8, they did extremely well. Because if you are in a university, you get 3.5. Any university in the world you apply, you are 90% to get a scholarship for the university. So we are operating live tertiary institution, and today the result will be published by one person here. He's very active in exam. He don't compromise in exam, and he's very serious in exam. And he's the one who's going to announce give this prize. And that is not other person, Mr. Cisse Geography is going to give it. No, Mr. Cisse don't compromise exam. And always, even the day of the exam, before we go home, the next morning we found that he arranged everything and he already labeled all groups. And any teacher absent, he makes sure that that class is covered. So can you give round of applause to the teacher?